I got a theory. Is the word Akata a mystery? Do we really know the history? I'm Nigerian, born in America. So this is 5 minutes with an Akata? Hey, thanks for listening. You're in part 2 of my conversation with Mickey. Very interesting. And so what I guess I mean by my original question is, do you think this is a native word to Ghana or no? Is this not a native word to Ghana?
So before coming to the States, I used to think it was a native word to Ghana, but then reading on the internet and other stuff, I realized it's from Nigeria. And I think it's funny because I had a Nigerian friend here in the United States, and one time we were going to Target to go get some groceries, and whilst we were in the car, she had a call, and she's from Yoruba. And I think during the conversation, she mentioned Akata. I don't understand Yoruba, so I don't actually know what they were talking about. So after the conversation with her family member, this lady who was sitting next to us, she was African American, and then she was like, "Why did you mention Akata?" And my friend went like, "Do you understand the term?" And she's like, "I do." And she went like, "It means someone who is wild." So I think after the conversation, I asked my friend, like, was she right? And then she said, yeah, in Yoruba, it kind of means someone who is wild to some extent. And Nigerians use it in a derogatory manner, basically. So, yeah. So I think that also gives me a different perception about the word Akata, because I never knew it was related to someone who is wild or like a wild cat in that perspective. So I think, yeah, as I said, that was also another perspective that I got that day.
Wow, that's interesting. I think it's so interesting that the girl knew, like, hey, I actually know what you're saying, even though, she didn't know the context. She knew one word, and that was enough to let her know. And even you, right? So you even knew, like, you don't know Yoruba, but you heard a familiar word, right? So now you've got yourself thinking, wait, is this not a Ghanaian word? Is that kind of what your thought process was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. And I mean, I was a little bit surprised she used it, but then as I said earlier, I knew Ghanaians used it. So she using it was like something different that I heard from a non-Ghanaian. So yeah, definitely it got me focused. Like I was really, kind of eavesdropping a little bit just to see if I can hear something different, So yeah, it's really interesting.
Do you think there's a division between Africans and African Americans? And if so, what's one thing that's causing it? I know it's a loaded question, but what's one thing that's causing us to not see eye to eye and be united?
That's a really interesting question. And I've not really thought critically about it, but I think basically I feel, from the little conversations that I've had with other friends of mine, I think some of them really kind of have, some of them when I say some of them, I'm really referring to like Africans who've migrated to the United States. They feel that sometimes they are being looked down by African Americans, and that they feel they don't really see them as, part of them to some extent. And I don't think I can really relate to that, or probably I've not paid particular attention to that, or probably it's because I don't have a ton of African American friends. But then I think that is the perception that they make me have.
Really quickly, have you had any negative experiences with African Americans?
I've not really, it's funny, but I've not really had, a typical kind of encounter where it was really rough or something like that. So yeah, I can't really say anything negative, about them, because I've not had any kind of harsh experience or negative experience from them.
Thank you so much, Mickey, for joining me for 5 minutes with an Akata ?
My pleasure talking to you, Iyore. I always enjoy your conversation.
Maybe you know the true definition of Akata. If so, let me know. If you like this episode, subscribe, rate, share, and help spread the hope of unity. On Hiyan Zekbe, y'all. I leave you with love, joy, faith, hope. Peace.